other big advantages is learning how to navigate a college system and figure out, how do I go to office hours? How do I talk to a professor? What happens if I get a bad grade? Because in high school, I think there's a lot of hand-holding, and to some extent that's really good. And at CBC, it's not like you ever feel unsupported, but it is a really good training platform to figure out, how do I do this college thing? And how do I feel like I'm self-sufficient and succeeding in this place on my own accord? So it's a really empowering experience in a lot of ways. I think that was a big fear before doing Running Start is, oh man, I'm gonna be surrounded by hundreds of students, professors aren't gonna know my name. I don't think that was the case at all. There's a few introductory classes that are a little bit larger, but my class sizes are usually around 20, 25 students. Professors knew who I was. They said hi to me in the hallways. It definitely felt much smaller than I had perhaps feared. How wonderfully diverse the student body is, and just how you can have classmates from all different walks of life, and there's a lot to learn from that. For instance, in I think it was my first chemistry class here, my lab partner was 50 years old, had raced the Iditarod for 10 years, and that was a race I was very obsessed with when I was younger for some reason. But there was just so much knowledge that he had, maybe not of redox reactions, but of just life that I learned a lot from, and I think that's the case in a lot of interactions I had with students here. It was just so much to learn from personal experience that I wouldn't have gotten, I think, if I was siloed within a high school context. There's just a lot to learn from everyone, where they were coming from, what they were doing, why they were here.